Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis Hope. If you're new, if you're true, what's good? So this video is going to be a little different. I have seen so many comments and so much discourse regarding starting GLP-1s, weaning off. And you know what? I just want to do a motivational video because been there, done that. I've had many crazy thoughts. I have had so much self-doubt. I wanted to give you guys a little encouragement. So please, if you haven't, please take a moment to subscribe because over here we're super soldiers, we family. There is a special person who not only takes GLP-1s but does the work that is needed to make sure it's successful, make sure you keep the weight off, and to make sure you thrive on it. So guess what? You are a soldier, okay? You are a trooper and we salute you over here. So listen, I feel like the number one discourse is when somebody starts taking a GLP-1, of course, you're nervous, you're scared, you don't know what it's going to do to your body. You don't know how it's going to just affect you physically, mentally, emotionally. I mean, there's so many emotions that come along with not only losing weight, but just how people treat you when you lose weight. Guess what? It is all worth it. I was terrified. I had been on Wegovy a few years ago and it did me dirty. And I mean dirty. I mean, so dirty to where my doctor was like, I understand that you don't want to even entertain this, but I got to throw it out there because I'm your doctor. So he knew just how bad Wegovy treated me, but he was like, this is a different strand of GLP-1. This is supposed to be just a hell of a lot better. And I was terrified. And he was very understanding. So we were on the same page. You know, we were checking in like side effects, anything like that. We were on the same page because I was terrified of how just how it was going to treat my body. I was terrified that I was going to be throwing up. That I'm already somebody who doesn't like drinking water. So for me to constantly throw up and just not be able to just take in any liquid, that terrified me because I've been through that. Like I should have went to the hospital and I did not, but like every once in a while, and it's been years, I still get some kidney pain. like it affected my body like that. So I was terrified when I started Zepbound, but I did my research. I was like, you know what, if I cannot take 10 minutes to research a medication that I'm putting in my body, then I'm not taking this seriously. So by you coming to YouTube or any other platform and, researching, watching other people's experience, I mean, I salute you. You are making the first step and just taking your health not only seriously, but this medication seriously. And this is not for the weak. This is not something that you take and you just, let it do all the work. No, this is a medication where not only are you taking it, but you're doing work along beside it in tandem. And, you're learning healthy habits, you're learning healthy eating habits. And yes, it's scary because if either this is your first time or you've had a bad experience or you had an experience where, you were successful on it and you got off of it and it didn't last and you gained the weight back. So I get it. But the first step in conquering your fears is not only understanding what could possibly happen, but being prepared and understanding that you have to do the work as well. And that paid off for me. I I took a chance, I took a leap of faith, and it worked. I lost almost 60 pounds. Granted, I gained a little bit of that back. I think about 16. I got on the scale today, it was down to like 15. So I mean, give or take how my body is flowing that day. Some of it did come back, but I am so proud of versus where I was, like where I am now. I'm so proud of me because I took that leap of faith. So I understand when you guys are terrified, trust me, it works out. Now, this is for those of you who feel like you are stuck. You are at a plateau where you're not losing weight. I do want to stress that the last thing you want to do is not eat or not drink water. Don't do that. That is not going to kickstart any weight loss. But plateaus are normal. That is okay. You're not going to just constantly always lose weight most of the time. I mean, I did. I got down and kept losing weight so much to where I looked in the mirror and I kind of got a little worried about myself. So everybody is different. But if you're at a plateau, That is okay. That is normal. That happens. Trust me, all you need to do is just regroup, continue to eat, continue to work on your, your water intake, continue to stay hydrated. I know where I'm at, it's summertime. It's hot. It's hot. I'm in North Carolina. It is hot. And there not drinking water is like not an option. You have to drink water. You have to still keep moving. Don't worry, the scale is going to move. But those of you who are worried about stopping, and if you're going to gain all the weight back, I will say in my experience, I stopped and the food noise came back at first, like real heavy. And then all of a sudden, it kind of dissipated a little bit. I don't know if that was my body, course correcting and being like, wait a minute, we were on a medication for so long that, you know, kind of control that. We now know what life is like without food noise, without having to shove food in our mouths every 5 seconds. Like we like that feeling. So maybe my brain and my body kind of corrected itself and was like, hey, we know that we're not dying if we don't eat in 5 minutes of waking up. We know this. Therefore, we can kind of calm down a little bit. So if you're worried about getting off the medication and you're worried that the food noise is going to come back, I completely understand because it did that for me. But guess what? If you learn healthy eating habits, if you learn swaps, if you get on YouTube, TikTok, things like that, and you learn how to make healthy choices instead of just, eating whatever is in front of you, that'll make that transition a little bit better. So yes, taking a GLP-1 is scary. It is very scary. And depending on which one you take, I mean, your side effects are going to range. And I'm talking about everything from diarrhea to constipation to throwing up. I mean, there's so many. One of my side effects that came way later was hair loss. I mean, I really didn't see too many people mentioning hair loss, and mine didn't come until I think I had stopped when that had happened. And that was because while I was on it, I wasn't getting the nutrition that my body previously was getting constantly because I was eating everything in sight. So trust me, there's a wide range of side effects. That doesn't mean that you are going to experience those, but if you do, don't worry. There are so many ways to handle fatigue. There's so many ways to handle the constipation. I mean, the side effect is a small price to pay for the benefits of the medication. Now, if you're somebody who is focused on staying on this medication long term, I still encourage you to have a backup plan, a plan B. Something like if something happens and they take Zepbound off the market, what's your plan B? I always encourage people to have a plan B. I always encourage people to have a way of, learning healthy eating habits so that if you do go out to a restaurant, for instance, like for instance, if you go to McDonald's, I have a plan of how to make swaps, healthy swaps, how to, instead of getting the sweet tea, get the sugar free, or if you go to a coffee shop, get sugar free syrup, so just always have a plan, always know swaps, always, just have something in your back pocket in case you need it. Finally, I want to let you guys know that it is possible to not only lose weight on Zepbound, but it's possible to maintain a healthy weight. Okay. I love the way I look now. Now, when I was at my thinnest, I was kind of worried a little bit. So were people around me, but I look really good now. And I love the way I look. I love the way I feel. I am off the medication. I no longer have the fatigue. I no longer have, the side effects of it, but yet I have the benefits of it because I taught myself how to eat. My body understands that it's okay to go a few hours without food. I don't drive by every single restaurant in my head thinking what I'm going to eat from it. So I have learned so much by being on my journey, and I trust me, if you're still on the fence about it, everybody is different. Definitely do you, but it was so beneficial to me, and I know it's beneficial to a lot of other people. Now you can check my previous videos to see exactly how heavy I was, and I absolutely have just see how heavy I looked. Even like some pictures that come up like on my Facebook and stuff like that, I'm shocked at who that was because what? That was me. And looking at myself now, I can go to any store and buy anything. Previously, I couldn't because they never had my size. So I am so thankful for what I gained, and not physically, like pound wise, but just up here mentally, what I gained and the confidence that I gained. And that's what I want to encourage everybody. If you're on the fence, think of what you're going to gain. If you're still like plateauing, that is okay, because guess what? You have come far. You are not where you were before. And to take a step and to make a decision and say, hey, I'm going to take this medication that not only people are stigmatizing, but this medication that is probably expensive, that is probably, is, I know I don't like needles, so for me it was painful. Just, it took so much courage for you to do this. Do not ever think that, you are stuck, you're lost. Yeah, I mean, you may not have lost weight this week. That's okay. But you know what? You took the biggest step ever. And there's so many people on this planet right now who will never be able to admit to themselves that they want to take Ozempic or they want to take Zepbound because of the stigma. But you know what? You bossed up and you did that. So I just wanted to get on here and just encourage everybody. Keep going, keep winning. We got this. If you haven't taken it yet and you're thinking, try it. Trust me, it works. And I am proof.